Hello everyone, welcome back to Scented Moments channel. I'm Jolima, I hope you're all doing well, and in this video I want to talk about my top 10 most versatile fragrances in my collection. And of course, like usual, I will mention my designer and niche fragrances, but unlike previous top 10 lists, I will not separate my top 5 designer and top 5 niche. I will just mix them up all together, and I have more niche than designers, but well, it's 6 niche and 4 designers, so it's not a big of a difference. And versatile fragrances for me are fragrances that I can wear during the entire year and in all type of scenarios. So that said, let's talk about my number 10 spot from the house of Parfums de Marly. The fragrance is Layton. This one right here. Layton is very well known in the fragrance community, and that's why it's just in the number 10 spot. And also it's overpriced for what it offers. Nonetheless, it's really good, quite addictive, quite sensual, I would even say. It's very appealing. It's a great niche entry-level fragrance, well, like all Parfums de Marly offerings. And this one, it's very versatile. It's one of the best from Parfums de Marly in my opinion. You have green apple, you have vanilla, you have cardamom. These are the 3 main notes / accords of this fragrance. It's very designer-esque, but I think that's the reason why this is very versatile. It's for its likability and for the same character. This is sweet, this is fruity, slightly spicy, and it has a freshness in here at the same time. So that's why for me this is very versatile, either in terms of seasons and occasions. Number 10 spot, Layton by Parfums de Marly. In the number 9 spot, we have a fragrance from the house of Acqua di Parma, and the fragrance is Acqua di Parma, Colonia, Oud. It's from their ingredient collection. Nowadays, the bottles don't look like this. They are all black with yellow letters. Actually, it looks really good. But the same character, it's the same. Man, and I absolutely love this. This was my first Acqua di Parma fragrance, and if I'm not mistaken, this was my very first Oud fragrance, and I highly advise you to check this one out if you want to start to dive into Oud fragrances. I think this is a fantastic starter. You have a lot of citruses on the top, and you have leather and oud. The oud here, it's not challenging, it's not animalic, it's not funky, it's very westernized, so that it's because it's mentioned, I'm mentioning this fragrance in this list. It's very versatile because of that, very gentlemanly, it's mature, but at the same time I feel that it's very versatile. You can wear this during the work scenario, during date night situations, night outs, casual events, I mean, you name it. I think you can wear this through the entire year in no type of scenarios, and that's why it's mentioned in this list. Acqua di Parma, Colonia, Oud, a stunning oud scent for beginners. In the number 8 spot, we have a designer, and it's Hermès. The fragrance, it's already a modern classic. It is Terre d'Hermès Eau de Toilette, the original masterpiece created by Jean-Claude Ellena, created in 2006, released in 2006. This has bitter orange, this has vetiver, and it has Isoe Super. So it's very versatile. I have great performance with this fragrance. It's a bit mature, and that's why it's just in number 8 spot. This was not love at first sniff for me, and it's very masculine and yet sophisticated. This has a transparency in here, and that's why I consider this to be a very versatile scent. But nonetheless, because of its mature vibe, that's why just number 8. But nonetheless, I think you can pull this one off easily during the work scenarios, during casual events, night outs, you name it, and it will work during the entire year. Terre d'Hermès Eau de Toilette by Hermès, number 8 spot. In the number 7 spot, we have another designer, and this time it's an aquatic scent. Aquatics can also be quite versatile if they perform well. And in this case, performance is no issue. It's from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and it is Light Blue pour Homme, all in tones. And you already see how much I already wore this. This is one of my guilty pleasure fragrances. I absolutely love this. It's very common here in Lisbon, at least it's a very common scent DNA, but I really do enjoy this one. It's very salty, very oceanic, woodsy, and quite masculine in my opinion. And very versatile. You can wear this during work, although this is a bit too playful for work environments, for more serious environments, but nonetheless you can wear this with no problem whatsoever. Definitely you will get some good feedback because this is very appealing, and performance, again, it's no issue. Dolce & Gabbana light blue eau intense. You can wear this during spring, summer, fall, winter, and in all type of scenarios with no problems. Light blue eau intense, it's my number 7 spot. In the number 6 spot, we have a fragrance from the house of Bulgari, and the fragrance is Bulgari Homme, Soir. I already did a review of this stunning fragrance. This is a hidden gem. Man, this is so good. This has tea, this has papyrus, this has amber. Very unique fragrance and yet very versatile. You have this relaxing aromatic effect from the tea. You have papyrus, which gives a very unique woodsy accord, and it has a sweetness of amber. This is so versatile. I mean, you can wear this in the entire year during all type of occasions, no problem whatsoever. And also the performance, at least on my skin, it's at least 8 hours in terms of longevity overall. So performance here, it's no issue. Bulgari Homme, Soir, a very unique and yet appealing scent. Number 6 spot, Bulgari Homme, Soir. Now let's dive into my top 5. Coming in number 5 spot, it's from the house of Jo Malone. And I never mentioned this fragrance before in this channel, and I purchased this one back in the summer of 2017. Long time ago, and I wore this so much back then. It is Myrrh Tonka. This one right here. This is my favorite from Jo Malone. Very versatile, and this has myrrh, this has tonka, yes, but don't get fooled by the notes, because usually these notes are very sweet and very resinous, more warm and cozy, but in here they are done to a very versatile, very appealing way. Man, this is so good. Imagine this, the best way to describe this fragrance is imagine a up-class version, a classier, more elegant version of Chanel Allure Homme Sport au Extrême. This is the more elegant, the sophisticated version of that fragrance. It's amazing. It's fresh and yet it's sweet. You have a touch of myrrh in here, and you have a lot of tonka. It's a bit powdery, it's sweet, chocolatey, and yet quite fresh. It has that fresh DNA of Jo Malone fragrances, and that's why this is very versatile, very appealing, and great performance, which is quite odd in a Jo Malone fragrance, but this one actually performs really well. Myrrh Tonka, number 5 spot from Jo Malone. Now, coming in the number 4 spot, we have a fragrance from the house of Chanel, and the fragrance is Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. And I absolutely love this. You all know how much I love this fragrance. It's lemony, it's creamy, it's spicy, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite, all-time favorites from Chanel, at least from their more designer, more commercial line. This is the lemon meringue pie of the fragrance community, and I completely see that. This goes into the gourmand territory, and that's why for me this is very unique. But at the same time, it's very versatile, very appealing, great performance. Man, I absolutely love this because of all of those factors and more some. Also in terms of compliments, this is one of my most complimented fragrances in my entire collection. So number 4 spot, it's Chanel Allure Homme Edition Blanche. Now, talking about my top 3, but actually any of these 3 fragrances could be my number 1 easily, but well, in this case, I will do by this order. From the house of Xerjoff, number 3 spot, the fragrance is Renaissance. This one right here, Renaissance, it's one of the best, if not the best, fresh fragrance that I came across so far. It has an outstanding mint fragrance, very natural smelling, fragrance overall. You have a blast of citruses, very well blended, well done citruses. You have lemons, you have oranges, you have mandarin orange, you have bergamot, and then they followed by mint. Oh man, this is amazing. You have also rose in here, a bit woodsy in a dry down, but it's, man, so refreshing and so natural smelling scents and very long lasting. The most long lasting fresh fragrance that I have in my collection, it's Renaissance from Xerjoff, and this is a 100 ml bottle size, which will run you for 200 euros retail. So when you are comparing the Xerjoff prices, I think this is a great bang for your buck, actually, either in terms of the quality, the scent character, the performance. I think it's a great fragrance. Renaissance Xerjoff in the number 3 spot. Now, coming in number 2 from the house of Nishane, the fragrance is Hacivat. This one right here. This doesn't need any introduction. I already did a review of this fragrance last year. This is very often compared with Aventus from Creed, and I can see that because of the pineapple, but that's it. But actually I much more prefer this because of its intensity. The pineapple here is much more intense, more juicier, more fruity, and you also have vanilla, you have oak moss. This is a modernized Chypre scent. I absolutely love this. Very intense, masculine, but at the same time incredibly versatile. Man, it's very appealing. The performance, like all Nishane fragrances, it's no issue whatsoever. So number 2 spot, it's Hacivat from Nishane. And last but certainly not least, my number 1. Man, I absolutely love this fragrance. One of the best discoveries of this year so far. It's from Marc-Antoine Barrois, and the fragrance is Ganymede. This one right here. Guys, I already did a review of this fragrance. This was well featured on my top 10 best summer fragrances, but quite honestly, I think you can wear this during the entire year in all type of scenarios. This is so sparkly, so effervescent. It has a fruity nature in here. It's floral. You have osmanthus, and osmanthus here creates that sweet fruity impression. You have immortelle, you have saffron, you have violet. So these 2 notes create a leather impression, which is actually quite prominent, this leather accord. And you have mineral notes. It's quite salty, it's ozonic, it's mineral. It's stunning. It's that type of scent that makes you smile. And I absolutely love this. And again, performance, it's no issue whatsoever. Number 1 spot had to be Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me in the comments down below, what are your favorite, most versatile fragrances? Tell me what you thought of my recommendations or my list. Tell me everything in the comments down below, and see you in the next video. Take care guys. Ciao.